According to what I understand, Will is currently considering coming out as music bisexual. Knowing everything I do, Will is considering announcing his sexual orientation, which he found amusing. He felt that Will and Jada were approaching Jennifer too strongly, and that was a good idea. Jones introduced Fresh Prince, whose debut film was 6 Degrees of Separation, Queen Latifah. It appears that Will Smith is now providing his perspective on the claims that he and Diddy participate in homosexual rights, and the tail twist is truly mind-boggling. It seems that Quincy Jones lured Will Smith into a covert gay club with promises of fame and money. Once he was in, he was unable to leave without seriously damaging his career, so he and Diddy are now required to carry on the tradition by initiating other young male artists. The most bizarre aspect is that a lot of male Hollywood celebrities are said to be members of this club, some of whom were also drawn in by Quincy Jones. Because of the high caliber of people who are aware of these gay rituals, it is nearly impossible for someone like Will Smith to leave, even if he wanted to, which some claim explains why he stays with Jada and puts up with all of her antics. Quincy Jones has lured Will Smith and other male celebrities into gay rituals. Is it the actual reason Will doesn't want to leave? Maybe it's because she knows his secrets and he doesn't want her to divulge them. It's open secret that many gay men in Hollywood are closeted, and Will Smith is thought to be one of them. We've heard a lot of rumors about Will Smith being gay, throwing gay parties with friend Diddy, and trying to get other male celebrities into hidden gay clubs. Jada wait outside Turkish baths form. You know what they do in Turkish baths? No, I don't. Oh, you don't okay, that's where a lot of gay men meet, and they all take hot baths together. Nonetheless, it appears that Will was exposed to this way of life by a person in the profession who he looked up to and admired. Jones Quincy. When Will was just approximately 19 years old, Quincy threw a home party where they first met. While riding the high of hip-hop's early popularity, Will's career had not quite taken off and he owed a lot of money. Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince as a duo started wasting his money and failing to pay his taxes. By 1989, he owed the IRS about $3 million in unpaid taxes, which the agency obtained by taking his property and income. By 1990, Will was having financial difficulties. However, his life was about to take a turn for the better when he received an invitation to Quincy's house party, where record executive and manager Benny Medina presented Will to Quincy and suggested a comedy centered on Will's Fresh Prince. Individual that same year, Will signed a contract with NBC for the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, launching his acting career. However, some people believe that the story was not so straightforward because everything in Hollywood comes with several strings attached. There have been rumors that after Will auditioned for Quincy, Quincy made him try out for the role. Quincy was so impressed with Will's performance that he decided to accept the proposal right away. Quincy requested a small more item. If you are familiar with Quincy Jones, you have probably heard speculation that he is the original homosexual gatekeeper in Hollywood, hosting secret events where senior executives may socialize with up-and-coming performers and singers, perhaps influencing them as well. A few years ago, Quincy was accused of being an essay writer. There were rumors that Quincy had dated singer-songwriter Tevin Campbell, who came out as gay in 2022. Tevin has repeatedly denied the rumors, saying Quincy never attacked him, but they didn't deter people from believing them, primarily because Benny Medina had introduced Tevin to Quincy. And Tevin debuted on Quincy's song Tomorrow, A Better You Better Me. Quincy even revealed in his autobiography that Tevin attended the home party where he had his audition, writing, "By the time I got there, the party was in full swing, with everyone from Steven Spielberg to Tevin Campbell around." Not only did this prove nothing, but Quincy's ESS claims don't end with Tevin Campbell. He reportedly assaulted Tupac when Tupac was dating his daughter Canada. As Stevie Wonder and Lionel Richie arrived, that was too much for me to handle. According to Jones' sources, Tupac had plans to join with Quincy's label Quest Records and depart Death Row Records until he started dating Kadada. But this plan failed because, according to reports, Quincy threw Tupac off with an inappropriate proposal. Go back online and read where Tupac claimed that when he refused Quincy Jones's request to in the ass. That's when Tupac was ridiculed for his death because, at the time, Tupac was engaged to Quincy Jones's daughter, whose best friend was Aaliyah. Aaliyah was engaged to Damn Dash. If you follow these people back, you'll discover that all of them either passed away or were brought to rumors. Tupac allegedly disclosed this in an interview with Angie Martinez, which, while still available today, has been heavily censored. Nonetheless, the length of the uploaded version is barely 12 minutes. Angie refused to release the entire interview because she thought parts of what Tupac said would intensify the East Coast-West Coast beef. However, it is also thought that in addition to discussing the beef, Tupac made some shocking accusations against Quincy Jones. This portion of the interview was made public soon after Tupac passed away and was quickly removed from the internet, but not before some people heard Tupac explicitly state that he ended his relationship with Quincy because Quincy was moving toward him. Interestingly, some industry insiders appear to have evidence that Quincy actually tried to get a relationship with Tupac. Griff also mentioned that Quincy is one of the famous Hollywood stars that co-manage a covert gay society that engages in gay rituals and the trafficking of young males. Quincy Jones established connections in Hollywood, and the people he brought in, if you tell me from line, Quincy Jones brought in Fresh Prince did, and his first film was what Queen Latifah called 6 Degrees of Separation. Quincy is not above eliminating anyone who knows too much or threatens to expose his secret. Set it off. Kevin Campbell licking and kissing ladies. Are you following? He walked down Hollywood Boulevard and got caught in the park. Thank you. Last but not least, Griff mentioned that Will Smith was one of the men in Quincy society by pointing out that Will's first role was in 6 Degrees of Separation, where he played a gay con artist. Will once talked about how he was initially asked to kiss his co-star for the film, but he declined. This was the homosexual ritual that Tupac experienced when he came to Hollywood, but I didn't mind because I wasn't talking about homosexuals. Since he was unsure of how his friends and family would view him afterward, I performed method acting on 6 Degrees of Separation. Basically, method acting involves immersing oneself in a character's thoughts for extended periods of time. In the case of 6 Degrees of Separation, I took 9 days to complete without deviating from the plot, so that's 6 Degrees of Separation. We can discuss that a little bit because the character, who plays a gay man, needed to consider how he would have to prepare for the film. He intended to watch a lot of gay porn to learn how to kiss a man and acquire feminine traits, right? So, that's weird in my opinion. They flew him to Europe to watch live sex displays, and I'm thinking, holy crap. This is what he's thinking. He has to know how a gay man interacts with people by talking mannerisms, even if I don't live in Philadelphia. Preparing for a romantic scene with another man. Later, he acknowledged that he had taken up method acting for the role, which required him to remain in character for 9 days in a row. Many people believe that this was Will Smith's gay awakening because it didn't take long for rumors to begin circulating, that he was involved in several covert relationships with men, including Dwayne Martin. For instance, Will and Dwayne became friends after Dwayne appeared in an episode of The Fresh Prince. However, over time, rumors began to circulate suggesting that there might be more to Will and Dwayne's relationship. These rumors were intensified by an exclusive report published in a 2012 issue of Star magazine, which stated that Will and Jada were going through a difficult time because Dwayne was allegedly driving them apart. An insider told Star that Will took Dwayne on a vacation to Trinidad, where they were purportedly spotted enjoying a romantic dinner. They also added that Jada was angry about the whole thing because Dwayne had been spending more time with Will, seemingly at the expense of her and the kids. Will laughed the rumors off, and Dwayne replied that they were nothing more than lies. However, Will's former personal assistant brother Bale had a startling admission to make. He said that he had witnessed Will and Dwayne working together in the dressing room. Alright, so I opened the door to Dwayne's dressing room and saw him. Let me think about that for a moment. Who was on top? It wasn't a top. There was a couch, and Will was hunched over on it. Dwayne was standing up, killing him. It was murder. After remaining silent about it for so long, Bale's statement finally forced Will to respond. At the same time, word leaked out that Jada and Will were planning to sue Star magazine over the article alleging Will was cheating on Jada with Dwayne. As far as we know, nothing came of those threats. Then, in 2018, Tisha Campbell filed for divorce and a year later obtained a restraining order against Dwayne, alleging that he was emotionally, mentally, and physically abusive. His representative then released a statement stating that this story is completely fabricated and categorically false. Additionally, sources close to Will told TMZ that Will is considering taking legal action against Bale. Afterwards, Tisha posted on Instagram about how the truth always comes out in the end. She then addressed a fan comment, stating that even though they will continue to lie, people will eventually stop believing them. Although she didn't mention any names, it's easy to notice that she wrote Will twice in all caps. This leads us to the claims that Will paid Dwayne $2 million to keep their affair a secret. This sounds a lot like something another famous person said about Will's covert homosexual relationships. Previously, Alexis Arquette criticized Will and Jada for being hypocritical homosexual people. The most outrageous part was the shocking revelation Alexis dropped on the real reason why Will's first wife Cherie left him when Jada came out as gay and her bearded husband admitted his first marriage ended when she walked into him servicing his sugar daddy Benny Medina. I will listen to them. Will became enraged on the set of 6 Degrees of Separation when he was required by the scene to kiss Anthony Rapp, after they announced that they would be skipping the 2018 Oscars for their lack of inclusivity. This brings us to Will Smith's relationship with Diddy and will have a close relationship dating back to the 90s when they debuted as artists. Since then, they have run in the same social circle and have been spotted together at countless industry events. On the surface, their relationship seems platonic, but there have been rumors that they are actually romantic. He persuaded the director to shoot the back of his head in frame, blocking the non-existential lip lock entirely. Gays have enemies. They lurk in closets. Outing is healthy. People who are partners on the down low typically bring up the incident in which they lost control and smacked Chris Rock at the 2022 Oscars. When Diddy and Jennifer Lopez were dating in 1999, they attended a private party where Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith were present, along with many other celebrities. At some point, Diddy reportedly noticed that Will and Jada were flirting with Joel and trying to get to agree to a three-way date. This is even more interesting because Diddy allegedly got jealous when he felt Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith were trying to get with Jennifer Lopez. Then, according to reports, Diddy became so concerned about it that he almost got into a fight with Will. Quincy Jones allegedly forced Willie to end their alleged relationship because he was jealous of the attention Diddy was giving J-Lo. Many people seem to believe the rumors that Willie and Diddy were in a relationship at some point. One person even went so far as to say, "I can imagine Willie being the catcher and Diddy being the pitcher in their relationship." Quincy may have talked to Diddy about being in the back, but Diddy would not have it. It appears that Quincy forced Willie into it. Then, he quickly apologized, saying that he only loves and respects Diddy and everything he has accomplished as an artist and executive. This naturally led to rumors that Quincy didn't want to offend Diddy because they are members of the same secret club and he didn't want to risk being outed or harmed by Diddy, as we all know Diddy has a reputation for taking out people who he feels threatened his career and reputation. Quincy once claimed that Diddy lacked musical talent to the point where he wouldn't know a B-flat if it hit him. Ask Kim Porter, please. Quincy and Diddy appear to have one thing in common. They have both been accused, whether formally or unofficially, of assaying people in the industry. For Quincy, this was Tevin, and for Diddy, well, the question should be, who hasn't Diddy been accused of assaying in the industry? If you've been following Diddy's news over the past few weeks, you know that he has been hit with up to 4 essay lawsuits from various people, including his ex Cassie. However, people believe that there may be more lawsuits to come, particularly from men Diddy may have previously assayed. Things got worse when Diddy's ex-bodyguard Gene Deal revealed the list of men Diddy has previously been involved with. Gene Diddy claims to like British television and to exploit his relationships with women as a front. Gene said to The Art of Language that Diddy really enjoyed using the male adult performers he often hired for freak shows with Cassie because he let them to use their BBCs on him. Additionally, Gene stated that Diddy was a member of a group of gay guys in the business that aggressively seek out up-and-coming performers for Hollywood executives who will pay anything to be around them. Among the names Gene mentioned was Jimmy Iovine, who faced many sexual assault accusations before those charges were finally dismissed. Gene then made a suggestion that Jamie Foxx may be one of the other men Diddy had slept with. The rumors began when James discussed Diddy's infamous parties and how intense they could get at times. However, people started to speculate that James may have attended the parties voluntarily, so all of his stories are merely damage control. It's not as though he's done anything wrong. The only reason he would be attempting to disassociate himself from Diddy's secret parties is that he is aware of some certain twisted rituals that take place there. Gene also brought up the subject of Ja Rule. Gene stated that he once went shopping with Diddy to get adult toys. After leaving the store, Diddy went to a hotel where Gene claims Ja Rule and another woman were waiting for him. The three of them soon became strange in the room, and Gene posted guard by the door. At one point, Ja Rule's cousin tried to enter the room, but Gene refused to let him in, causing Diddy and Ja Rule to flee the room while partially clothed to find out what was going on. Later, Diddy allegedly told Gene that it was fortunate that he had prevented Ja Rule's cousin from entering the room because things had gotten weird there. However, the incident eventually reached Ja Rule's wife, Aisha Atkins, who claims Ja Rule betrayed and exploited by Ja Rule. In addition, she allegedly said that Diddy had turned him homosexual in reference to turning people jaguar. Wright believes Diddy will use their position to manipulate and take advantage of aspiring artists. She has called both of them out on numerous occasions for throwing secret parties and using their sexuality to control people beneath them. She even called out Jada for assisting her husband in taking advantage of young men like August Elena while posing as a mentor. Now everyone is confused as to why Jada and Will are still together. In her most recent memoir, Jada revealed that she and Will have been apart since 2016 but have chosen not to file for divorce, all the while projecting an image of the ideal couple to the world. It's crazy that Will and Jada's kids are now adults and they are not staying married because of the kids. They are also wealthy and successful enough to hire an excellent legal team to handle any separation of assets. I mean, if it all comes down to them not wanting to get divorced because they value each other's company, then they can maintain a relationship even while divorced. According to Jada, before they finally decided to separate, they had tried so hard to make their marriage work to no avail by 2016, they were simply too tired of trying. However, a lot of people think that Will specifically doesn't want a divorce since Jada knows too much about his dark secrets, which is why he would never want a divorce to happen. We all know Jada has never shown restraint when it comes to disclosing her family's affairs to the public, and she has nothing to lose by washing Will's dirty linen outside. One fan expressed their opinion of the situation by saying that Jada is blackmailing Will for all of his gay secrets, including his relationship with Anthony, which is the same reason Tisha filed for divorce. What do you think about Quincy Jones allegedly luring Diddy into gay rituals with Diddy? In addition, I believe that Jada had an open public affair with August, to which he was powerless to respond because he knew that Jada would end his career immediately. The slap was also a pledge of loyalty to Jada and a demonstration that he would always be loyal to her. Comment below and we'll see you in the upcoming video.